What's good? What's good, faithful? Especially you. Man, look, this is for you and probably you alone. I mean, some sports enthusiasts might chime in, but I just want to know what y'all think and how y'all feel about this particular situation I'm about to talk about. Of course, this year, especially with the 49ers, there's so much shit to talk about. And I feel like that, as of late, because we got so much to talk about and we got so much coming up, I probably should focus more in on us. So I will be doing such. But listen, check this out. I wanted to talk about Brandon Aiyuk. He's out for the season, and last year was a key piece to our success deep in the playoffs. So I want to ask y'all, let me go over some stats real fast. So in 2023, Brandon Aiyuk had 78 receptions, 1,015 yards, 8 touchdowns, and he averaged 13 yards a reception. That's monster numbers. I mean, 78 catches, you averaging 13 yards a catch. You know how he blocks as well as a wide receiver. Like, I know he had a rough time coming back from holding out and didn't ball like, we thought he potentially would when he came back. So, being that the injury he sustained put him out for the season, and if he hadn't held out, he would have potentially missed this payday. So the only reason he is paid today is because he held out. Are you still as upset with Aiyuk over holding out? That's just a question I got for the faithful. Feel free to chime in if you're from, another team. Just don't chime in with no hate because, it's a rough time for the Niners. We still can beat your team, I'm sure. But either way it go, man, listen. Just curious about that because once he got hurt, it's been on my mind. But once we hit this skid like we have, I do recognize that still he will be a piece that comes back next year. We'll definitely have him. We might not have Debo. We'll look a lot different next year. So being that that's the case, and we don't know which version of Aiyuk we're gonna get. Just from a personal standpoint, do you still fault him for holding out until he got the deal that he got now? Because ultimately, I think that a lot of him holding out had a lot to do with the fact that he could be injured while he's waiting on the payday and then not get paid. So me personally, I think pretty much you could tell where I stand on it, but it came as a surprise. But pretty much, it is what it is at this point. I definitely can understand where him and his agents were coming from, and now it makes more sense than it did. He got drugged by the media and everybody else, but in the end, it worked out for him. But how do you feel? So place how you feel and what you think in the comments. Beat Green Bay. We got Green Bay tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Purdy's out. Should be getting Kittle back. Man, listen, there's so much going on. Bosa's probably gonna be out. If we get a loss, it could have major implications for later on. If we get a win, good, we keep going. At least we got CMC back, so shoot, we got a chance. Green Bay struggling to stop the run, so listen, bang bang, not a gang. You know what it is. Shout out to all my folks, and ultimately, this is something.